All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 26 of my Gateway Experience. And the purpose of these videos is to document my journey through the Monroe Institute's Gateway Experience. The Gateway Experience is a series of 6 waves with 6 tapes in each wave, and I am currently on the 5th tape of the first wave. It is called Exploration Sleep. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, go ahead and check those out, as I will be referencing everything we've talked about so far. And the purpose of the Gateway Experience is to remember. At first, discover, and then break through the barrier and truly understand that, you can say it with me, I am more than my physical body. And because I am more than physical matter, I deeply desire to expand, to experience, to know, to understand, to control, to use such greater energies and energy systems as may be beneficial and constructive to me and to those near and close to me. Also, I deeply desire the help and cooperation, the assistance, the understanding of those individuals whose wisdom, development, and experience is equal or greater than my own. And so, with all that being said, let's jump straight into it. Right now, it is September 19th, 2022, 9:16 a.m. This morning, I woke up at 6:46 a.m. For whatever strange reason. I don't know what it is. I could speculate, but I have no idea yet. My alarm clock didn't go off until exactly 6:46 a.m. Why? Who knows? I set it for 5 a.m. Must be some kind of technical error, but I was definitely in some deep sleep. And I was having some very vivid dreams. And these dreams were my aspirations, and really it was full of people. There were so many people there, people that I knew, people that I had no idea who they were, a bunch of characters, different characters. And I ran into somebody from my college times, the president of my fraternity at one point, when I first joined it, and then it was passed on to somebody else. But yeah, it was truly, truly intriguing. But anyway, I woke up, I did my morning routine, and then I went ahead and did this tape, the 5th tape, called Exploration Sleep. I did it last night as well, but last night I was in a different state of mind, and I could tell my arms were twitching, and I don't know, I was trying to, I guess, stay awake because I was so tired, but I was just falling asleep. But I did the whole tape. At first, I fell asleep, and then I restarted it because my volume, I think, was too low. I wasn't actually hearing the sound frequencies with these headphones that I was wearing. But then the second time, I did it completely all the way at night. And it wasn't very fruitful. I felt like I was so tired. I think that's the main thing. But then at the same time, that night I had some really, really vivid dreams. I think it might have been related to that as well. So maybe that was the fruit of that seed. This morning, however, I did it, and oh man, what can I say about doing this practice this morning for the 3rd time? I'm going to do it 7 more times after this in a row. And the first 2 times I talked about the experience and the rudimentary, more like the nuts and bolts of the practice and that specific tape. And today I want to talk about just the peace and the serenity, kind of like in the previous video. But I think there's something that I didn't do in the first 2 times that I did it that I did this time, which was I listened and I allowed the the sounds to really guide me. Like I intently did my best to listen to just those sound frequencies, and it was good. I saw myself. I had an image of myself behind I was like at a hotel, and I was behind the receptionist desk at the hotel, and there was a couple coming in, and as this couple came in, we kind of locked eyes. I kind of locked eyes with the guy, and as I locked eyes with him, I could tell that he was thinking the same thing that I was thinking. I don't know what that was right now in this moment, but it's like we thought the same thing, and he looked away. He didn't want to admit. He didn't want to level up, so to speak. He didn't want to interact. He didn't want to socialize. And but I was aware as the observer and the watcher. I knew that it is true that we are more than our physical bodies and that there is something else going on. He believed that it was just that we are only our physical bodies, but I knew. And so, other than that, before that, I could feel my head was the thing that was hardest, I felt like, to rise above my body. But my body was, if I'm to say it, like, if this is me laying down and this is like my astral form, it's like this part was going up much higher. But my head was kind of staying, like, if this is my head back here, my head was kind of staying there. Maybe I was thinking too much. I was associated with my head too much, maybe. But my body was able to just rise, rise, rise. And it was going all the way up as high up as it could. But my head was the one that was like staying still. I don't know why. That was the first one. And then the second time, because what happens is we go into focus 10, we do our pre-preparation process. And then as we do that, we go into focus 10, and then we are introduced with these sound frequencies that are like slightly different. And we're encouraged to just think about how nice and pleasant and calm and serene it would be to just rise out of our body at that point. And as we do that, that's what happened. And then we come back as we turn over. And because at first we turned over as we were going up, and then when we're coming down, we turn over again. And when we will come back to where we were before, which is just in our body. And then we start, after we come back to our body, we start counting. Bob Monroe counts from 11 to 20 to go into a deeper, calmer sleep. And as we're in that deeper, calmer sleep, I felt myself fully rise out. But I couldn't see anything. I tried turning and I couldn't really see. So I'm still very much in the beginning stages. It's only my third time doing it. And yeah, it's going good. I'm experiencing so many different things. I'm much more calm. And that's what I've been given. And I'm going to cherish that. I'm going to remember that. And the whole process of this is to remember who we are and to remember how to remember who we are. And it's amazing because I think that I really do believe that everybody goes through it when they sleep. I think sleep is still a mystery to all scientists. And we don't really know anything about death. And we don't really even know anything about consciousness. And so what is the matter of consciousness? And there's so many different ways to open that up, to really open our minds and to be able to understand and to remember. And this is just one of those systems that there is to go about that. So I love it. I'm very much grateful and very much looking forward to continuing to go through this practice and maybe visit some people in the future. I think maybe I did that in my dreams, and maybe if I call them up now, I could say, hey, how was it? Did you remember? But the whole thing is that they might not remember. So I think the most important thing is for me to have details that I can bring back and say like, hey, uh, you were wearing this on this day, or maybe I could just ask them like, hey, what was going on? Then I would say, hey, um, actually, most likely I did actually know that. But that would be up to me, to my own experience, to experience that and to know that that is true for me, and and then I can worry about everybody else. But yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much do it. So if you're on this journey as well, I would love to hear from you. I think we're all on a journey of our own, and I think it just depends on how we travel that. And I would much rather take this high road less traveled by. So anyway, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just coming up with bullshit. It's not really bullshit. I'm just kind of putting myself down by saying that. But you know what I mean. Until next time, I will see you guys soon. Peace.